Well, we're headed out finally after waiting for the rain to stop. Didn't work. Still at John, we're leaving in about 5 minutes, and it's hard to tell, but it's actually a heavy mist. We're gonna get wet today. Going up to the pinnacle, and I think that's a little over 6 miles, so we'll get there at noon. It's a short hike, but we're gonna get wet. And then we're gonna start cranking the miles after that and get to Delaware Gap. It's gonna take us about 6-7 days. See you there. Fun walking in the rain. Loving it. We're gonna be soaked by the time we get to the pinnacle. All right, here's our trail angel. Nancy allowed us to slack pack for the day. It was awesome. And then she picked us up snacks too for lunch.
Excellent.
Best thing on the trail.
You're very welcome.
What shelter are we at?
We're at Windsor Furnace.
Windsor Furnace Shelter. Here we are. And friends of John have come up. Look at that get up. Can't,
Land of the free.
you won't lose him in the woods. Never. All right, good morning. Glad I stayed in the shelter last night. It pretty much rained all night long. Stopped raining around 6:30 this morning. So other than getting dripped on by the trees, hopefully we'll have a rather dry hike. We're headed up to Pulpit Rock and then the pinnacle. And there's some observatories up there, and I guess there's lots of snakes that hang out on the rocks there, but because it's so cool, we might not see any of them. And then from there, it's on to the Eckville Shelter, and then beyond that to the Allentown Shelter, about 16.5 miles today. So, happy trails. Sitting here in my tent, waiting to get up. There's a dog barking. It's Memorial Day weekend. Somebody brought their dog and it's a yapper. Very annoying. Anyway, today we're headed out. It's not a long day, only 10 miles, but it could be a really tough day. If it's anything like yesterday we did 16.5, and it was 3/4 of it was all incredibly rocky. They talk about Rocksylvania. Well, it was incredibly rocky, very slow going. So we're doing 10 miles today on something called Knife's Edge. It's supposed to be kind of tough. So we think we'll be slow going. So only 10 miles today. But it's supposed to be sunny, beautiful day. We'll take it. See how the day goes. Here we are on the knife's edge. This is cool. This is fun. Oh yeah, lots of fun. All right, yeah, walking the knife's edge. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. You could walk all the way up and down on this. It is so slanted at times though. Woo. Could have left the crowd behind me. I like this rock hopping. But I better put my phone away before I hurt myself, because I'm going down there. And then all right, good morning. It's Sunday morning, Memorial Day weekend, I think. Another chilly night, though not quite as bad. Only got down to 47 last night. It's 49 this morning as we're hiking along. It was 2 nights ago. It was really cold. Had fun yesterday walking along Knife's Edge, doing a lot of rock hopping. It was kind of fun. And today it's a very short day, only 7.5 miles. Almost seems like a waste, but the way my hiking partner Raven, he is being picked up on Wednesday, and so unless we want to sit in Delaware Gap for a day, we're taking a couple of shorter days, rest the knees, rest the legs. We've had too much rest already with those 2 zeros we took only 5-6 days ago. But anyway, so 7.5 miles today, and which will seem like nothing. And then after a 14 tomorrow, and then a 17 the next day, and then into Delaware Gap and on to New Jersey, and then I'm gonna start cranking out the miles. Looking forward to it. See you on the trail. So here's the trail. And I forgot to mention last night, this woman came into the camp. Seemed like a nice enough woman, but man, all she wanted to do was talk. I think she was looking for people to talk to. I think she was lonely. I could pick up a book and try to start reading, and she still talked to me. And if I kind of ignored one of her questions, I tried to do it politely. I was not rude. But then she would move on to the next person. And then when that person walked away to get water, she'd move on to the next person. Man, can she talk. Hey, good morning. So it's Monday morning, and had a short day yesterday, a little rocky, but we're up on the ridge looking over the Lehigh River. Today we're going down into the Lehigh Gap and then back up the other side. Got a nice little climb, and then it's going to be 17.9, so almost 18 miles to our next shelter. I think the Leroy Smith shelter or something like that. And then we'll only be a day and a half out of Delaware Gap, which will be the end of Pennsylvania. So tough day today. Supposed to be lots of rocks, big up for here, about 1,100 feet, but straight up. So tough day. Yeah, we're getting to the end of Pennsylvania, last of the big states, and then they get shorter. Then New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and that's it. That's it, people. I'll be done. See you on the trail. Yeah, straight up in parts.
All right.
Yeah, fun.
Fun.
Good shot of my ass, right?
Yeah, don't fart.
Yeah.
Well, you can fart. Go ahead.
Nobody will notice.
Unless it's a shart.
There we go. All right, it is Tuesday morning, I think the 26th, 27th of May, out on the trail again. Interesting night last night. We were coming in, we're only about a mile from the shelter, and unfortunately the Raven took a tumble in the sharp rocks and really banged himself up. He had abrasions on his leg. On his arm, there was a good one. His cheek, his forehead, and a big cut over the bridge of his nose. So, needless to say, with that many contusions, the shelter trail is not a great place to clean up, not very antiseptic. So his wife came. I hiked him about a mile down the trail to our road, and she picked him up. I hiked back. And he'll be fine. He'll be fine, just lots of cuts and bruises. But anyway, that was yesterday. Well, and yesterday we had a fun climb out of the gap. That was a lot of fun. But unfortunately after that, the fall kind of ruined the day. For today, let's see, we're doing maybe 13, probably 20 into the Pennsylvania, New Jersey border, Delaware water gap. So 20 miles maybe. We'll see what the rocks do. Beautiful out this morning as the sun's trying to rise. There it is, maybe over my shoulder. Now you can't really see it. All right, happy trails. Just miles and miles. There's been nothing but this now for 7 miles. It's been worse in parts. This is one of the better areas. Still stepping on also. Oh, there goes one. I'm trying to avoid all these little sharp rocks that are sticking up out of the ground all over the place. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, getting so tired. I didn't think it would be like this. These rocks are endless, and you can see several hundred yards at a time in very straight lines, the path. And oh yeah, my feet hurt. Definitely hurt.